I'm Adam Wade. When I tell my stories live on stage in front of a crowd, there's this weird thing that happens. At first, I notice people eyeing me thinking, who is this man-child reliving all his Little League trauma? But the more I open up, the more I share my wildest dreams, my greatest failures, my most painful heartaches, and my smallest victories, I feel this amazing connection with the audience. I'm hoping with You Ought to Know Adam Wade, I can make that same connection to you, the listener. Because in this day and age, we keep hearing that the power of human connection has never been more essential. And I definitely believe that. In my stories, I talk about my loves, friendships, family, fears, dreams, disappointments, and triumphs. Through recounting these stories over the years, I've gained a better understanding of myself. And by delivering them live to audiences, I've learned that as humans, whether we care to admit it or not, we all share very similar experiences. These are the experiences that make us human. We all want to persevere, take risks, grow, love, and be loved. And we all have stories to tell. These are mine. Let's get started. One last thing, from the bottom of my heart, I appreciate you coming along with me on this special journey. When I was like 6 years old, I really thought I was like a special kid. There was just something about me that was special. And I was running around on the playground, and something happened, and I just felt a shortness of breath, and it never happened to me before. And then I fell to the ground, and a bunch of kids surrounded me, and a teacher on duty came over, and she brought me to like the nurse, and then my mom picked me up. And the next day, she took me to the doctor. And when I went to the doctor did his thing, and then he diagnosed me, and he said, "Son, you have baby lungs. That's why you lost." And I was like, "What?" He was like the reason why you were short of breath is your lungs are the size of a baby. And I was like, "Oh, okay." So what I did not know, because I was 6, was that the doctor was trying to be funny. And that the diagnosis was really that I was asthmatic. But I had no clue. So I would walk around and go to like the grocery store with my mom, and I'd have a shortness of breath, and I'd take a couple puffs, and like an older person would look down and say, "Oh, son, you have asthma, huh?" And I look at him like, "No, I got baby lungs." And that like continued and went on and on and on, and the years went by, and then it's like programmed in my head. So like, to this day, I when people ask, it's baby lungs. But having this defect at that time, it lessened these feelings that I was special. But fortunately, I had 2 women in my life that thought I was the most special boy going. And it was my grandmother and my great aunt. And I'm Greek, so it's my yaya, that's what I call my grandmother, and her sister, my great aunt Ariti, who I call Ariti. I'd go there every Saturday evening. My parents would drop me off, and I'd run into their house. And both their husbands had passed, and they were retired from the shoe factories, and I was like the man in their life. And when I would go in, I would run in, and it was a short distance, so I could breathe, so don't worry. But I would run in, and I would hear them yell, like, "Our boy is here, our boy is here." And it felt like, to me, like I was like just called on The Price is Right, and I was a contestant. So I'd be like, and I'd sit down, and my aunt Ariti would make me her special nachos. And we're Greek, so the way she made nachos was she put Doritos and then American cheese and put it in the microwave.
Para seguir escuchando este audiolibro gratuitamente, haz clic en el enlace de la descripción y podrás escucharlo completo sin coste gracias a la prueba de 30 días de Audible.